Note, all the links in this video are fully interactive and you can click on them whenever you wish. Trading Crisis Review. Watch this controversial video now. See what the Trading Crisis app is really all about. You're here for a reason. Are you trying to find a way to make some extra money? Are you looking for a system that really works? Are you tired of all the BS programs that take your money and give you nothing? Then welcome to Trade Crisis, a revolutionary new app from Coleman that has it all. It's drop-dead simple and fully automated. You can load it in 5 minutes and start profiting from it forever. It could be the answer you're looking for. Spend the next 14 minutes and watch the most controversial video I've ever seen exposing the truth about what is really going on. You'll even see real examples provided by normal people who use the system with no prior experience or deep pockets. Then, make up your own mind if you're finally ready to change your life. Watch the rest of this video now.
Economic depression. Look around you. All fingers point towards the start of another major economic collapse. Unemployment is at an all-time high. Business failures are spiraling out of control. Even household names are not spared. One-time strongholds like Kodak, Saab, Nokia, even BlackBerry are starting to go under. Home loan defaulters skyrocketing because people can't afford to pay for their own homes. It's so sad. No one is safe. Even countries are starting to crumble. Greece, Spain, India. Closer to home, there's Argentina, Colombia. All these countries on the brink of collapse, financial ruin. And it's going to be our turn. It's unavoidable. It's inevitable. It's a cycle which has repeated itself many times in our history. Rewind back to August 1929, when America was hit with one of the biggest economic recessions, also known today as the Great Depression. The signs were clear. Unemployment rate soaring, businesses failing, home loan defaulters on the rise. The signs go on and on. It's coming. The next Great Depression is going to happen soon. Is it a cause for concern? Of course it is. But is there a necessity to start tightening those purse strings and start hoarding your money in a futile attempt to ride it out? Absolute nonsense. Let me tell you why. In most history books, the aftermath of the Great Depression painted everyone as homeless, broke, and despondent. What they failed to mention is that more millionaires were born in that era compared to any other period in history. You might have even heard of some of these people. While people were saving money to dine at home, a grandfather took this opportunity to serve cheap fried chicken at his gas station. His name? Colonel Sanders. As industries tanked and machines were being sold off at bargain basement prices, two friends pooled $538 to start an electrical machine business. They were Bill Hewlett and Dave Packard, today known as the global brand HP. You're probably asking yourself, what does all this mean? What these people had in common? They seized the opportunity and basically did the exact opposite of what other people were doing. And with everything going on in the world today, it doesn't take a financial genius to know that we're on the brink. History is about to repeat itself. Another huge global recession is about to happen. While many will run crying and huddle in a corner, there will be a handful like us, rubbing our hands in glee, waiting for the opportunity to pounce. We'll be waiting for the opportunity to strike it big. And this all happens when you simply download and use my Trading Crisis program. Before we go into what it's all about, let me just tell you why I'm confident that you'll be one of my new success stories. Like Dan, maybe all you need is that one opportunity in life.
It's my third day using your system, and I've already banked in a cool $1,788, doing close to nothing. All I did was sign up for my free app, input a couple of numbers, and your system took over. It was amazing. I got to give it to you, man. I don't know how you're pulling this off, but whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. Peace.
Or perhaps like Mary and David, who've been burnt countless times, but finally struck it big.
For the last 8 years, we've been struggling to make ends meet. We've struggled with repayments and even putting food on the table. We've tried everything from internet marketing to Forex trading, but failed. But Dylan, thanks to you, we've made $136,420 last month. In a single month, we paid off our entire home loan. That's how amazing your program is. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and wait, before we go, I just have to be really selfish and say this. This program is so amazing, and I really hope you won't share with anybody else. Thanks a lot, bro.
That's right. Just because the world economy is going through a major slump doesn't mean that you have to worry and suffer in silence. All your worst nightmares will be laid to rest when you download your copy of my Trading Crisis program. You see, I used to be like you, worrying if I'm going to have a job, if I'd manage to feed myself, burdened about an uncertain future. Just a few short months ago, I was still in my dead-end job, waiting tables at the Rosen Plaza Hotel, one of the 5-star hotels over in Orlando. But something really weird happened. One day, I overheard James, the hotel manager, whispering into the phone about having the entire hotel booked out for 2 full working days. I thought to myself, that's really weird. It wasn't the peak season, nor were there any holidays around that time. Having an entire hotel booked out around that time was strange. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to go about checking out what was going on. Maybe a celebrity was coming to town, maybe even royalty. But everything I looked into was a dead end. The strange thing was that there were no names associated with the rooms. No credit card details were used to pay for those 2 days. It's like the people who were going to stay in the hotel didn't exist, or just didn't want to be found out. That made me more and more curious. Crazy conspiracy theories started running through my mind. I had no idea who they were, and it was driving me insane. But then it happened, the twist of fate which changed my life around. James pulled me aside and said, "Dylan, you've been here 5 years, so we're going to trust you and put only you on table duty Tuesday and Wednesday next week. This is a real hush and private event, so no tweeting or posting stuff on Facebook, you understand?" But I wondered, how is one person going to serve an entire restaurant for 2 full days? And what he told me next was one of the craziest things I've ever heard of in my entire life. Only 13 people will be staying at the hotel. It's a small function, which they really want to keep private. That's all I can tell you, so no more questions about it. That night, I kept tossing and turning in bed. I couldn't understand who would actually book out 832 rooms for 13 people. That was just crazy. That was when I knew this wasn't just a private function. This was a completely off-the-grid type of meeting. Those where people needed to be anonymous and could not be seen nor identified. The whole time, I kept going to websites like WikiLeaks and Above Top Secret to see what I could possibly expect. Nothing. Zip. Nada. No news at all. These guys were not playing around. They meant serious business. So I decided against doing any more investigations, just in case they were doing background checks and spying on me. I didn't want to get fired over something like that. I just couldn't afford to. Fast forward to the day before the event. Preparations were hectic, metal detectors everywhere, people were scanning for bugs, private security was brought in, and the hotel cameras were disabled. Totally something out of a Christopher Nolan-style Hollywood movie. Absolute pandemonium. At 10:55 p.m., just as I was about to end my shift, a fax started to come in. I turned and glanced at the single paper which was coming through. In a huge bold header, it stated, "For your eyes only," and on it were 13 names. My eyes were as big as plates when I read them out one by one. You know all of them. Leaders, motivators, billionaires, and a president. My jaw dropped. I finally understood why the secrecy. What I did not understand was what the meeting was for. These guys were from such diverse backgrounds. What could they possibly have in common? When the day arrived, I was starstruck. World-famous leaders arriving in cars, all with the number plate 33. But most peculiar of all was a strange insignia they had on the lapel of their suit. And then it all made sense. The secrecy, the leaders, the number 13 and 33, the logo, they were all attending a 33-degree Mason Grand ritual. Yes, I Googled it later on. This was the most secret of all closely guarded secret societies, and I was right smack in the middle of it. The next few hours were a blur to me. I just did as I was told, sent them their food, filled up their glasses, and waited in case they needed anything. And everywhere I went, I was closely followed. Everything I did, I was closely watched. So I stood in a corner most of the time until I was needed. Most of the time, I just tried to eavesdrop on their conversations, but really, they spoke in a lot of code, which I guess was why they didn't mind me and a couple of their bodyguards being in the room. But then something just happened to catch my attention. One of them started to wave around what I could make out as a thumb drive, and he started laughing, saying, "Funny how something so small can do so much damage to the economy." And then another guy chipped in and said, "This better be easy, you know. We don't have time for complicated programs." But the first man said, "It's as easy as it gets, and don't worry, everyone gets a share of the spoils." And he signaled towards a suitcase which had several thumb drives in it. As they started off again in their own private stories and jokes, suddenly one bodyguard rushed in and started to whisper to one of the members. Instantly, they got out of their chairs and rushed out of the room, knocking over plates, drinks, and, most importantly, the suitcase, causing all its contents to spill over the floor. Instinctively, I rushed to help put the contents back into the suitcase. Everything but one major thing. The one single life-changing thumb drive. As they poured out of the building in a frenzied rush, every single person was told to vacate the hotel in a mass evacuation procedure. At that time, I was panicky, so I just took the first cab I could get my hands on. My heart was pounding so hard, and I was sweating profusely. What did I just do? What was I thinking? How could I have stolen from them? Those are powerful people. But after settling down, I began to wonder, just what power lay in my hands? Why did they mention how this could do so much damage to the economy? And when I got home, I just rushed to my laptop and turned it on, plugged in the thumb drive, followed the instructions in the Word file, and ran the program. In 20 life-changing minutes, I earned $83. That's more than a day's pay. Suddenly, panic began to dawn on me. What did I just unleash? Will they track me down? But I have to admit, greed started to get the better of me. I mean, what did I have to lose? Dead-end job, no family, zero savings, barely able to afford rent. So I took a deep breath and started working furiously with the program. I started to take sick days, first 1, then 3, and before I knew it, I got fired within the week. But in 8 days, I started to stagger up amazing earnings. My U.S. bank account, $257,643.17. And then I started to panic, so I started creating accounts in different parts of the world. $782,758.16 in Mauritius, $853,175.13 in Switzerland. I just needed to hide these funds in case they suspected something amiss and came looking for me. But later on, I realized this money was nothing to them. They probably didn't even realize the money I was making. To them, over $2 million was just chump change. And I kept at it, working about 30 minutes a day to maintain my dream lifestyle. The house on the hills, the dream car, the luxurious holidays. I was living the dream, or so I thought. Because at the end of the day, what is the legacy I'm leaving behind? Being a selfish, rich prick? No. My parents brought me up better than that. And that's why today I'm going to share this with you. Because if I can get word out there quickly, there's no telling how many people I can help, how much money you can make, how many lives I can save.
It only took me 15 minutes to learn your program, and in my very first weekend, I made over 14 grand. So Dylan, I can't thank you enough. Your program has been absolutely mind-blowing, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks.
Dylan, your app couldn't have come at a better time. I'm a single mom with 2 kids, and the extra income I've earned this week has helped me pay for my mortgage, car loan, as well as school fees. You are a lifesaver, and I really cannot thank you enough. I'm definitely going to recommend this to my friends and family. Take care and stay healthy always.
What's up, Dylan? Man, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. If you don't have Trading Crisis yet, what the hell are you waiting for? You see, I was lucky enough to get into the beta test group, and let me tell you this. In just 2 short hours, I had a cool $728 doing next to nothing. All I did was follow the simple step-by-step instructions. Thank you, Dylan, for turning my life around, man, and I can't wait to see what next week holds. That's all I have to say, man. Peace out.
But it doesn't end here for you, because after you make all the money which will give you your freedom, all I ask is that you pay it forward. When it works for you, let 2 friends know so you can help them out too. Heck, you may just make a bundle and choose to keep it to yourself. But hey, I know I've at least played my part in trying, but I sincerely hope you play yours too. That's my way of giving back. That's what I hope will be my legacy. But now you're probably thinking, something this powerful must cost a bomb. I probably can't afford it. That's why the only way I know I can make this worth your while is to give this to you at a bargain basement price. I know that times are tough, and money may already be tight. The last thing I want to do is be another financial burden and cause more sleepless nights. So right now, you'll be able to access this program absolutely free. Yes, put those credit cards or PayPal away. You won't be needing them here. You'll be able to download Trading Crisis absolutely free. All you'll need is to put your email to access this program, and also for us to ensure you're not a bot or one of their rogue agents trying to shut me down. That's it. I'm done talking. This is your chance, and I'll see you on the inside.
Click the link below now. Get your Trading Crisis app for free before they're all gone. Go ahead, click the link, or go to www.binaryoptionsproducts.com/TC in lowercase. You'll be really glad you did.